At the beginning of the film, we are shown a cuckoo bird that has just hatched. Even though it is new, this cuckoo bird has a cruel and ungrateful nature. From the beginning, when it hatches until it grows up, it lives and is taken care of in another bird's nest. However, all that kindness is repaid in a cruel way. It pushes the original bird's chicks and eggs using its larger body. The film then begins. In the opening scene, we see a beautiful girl named Gemma teaching at a kindergarten. After finishing teaching, Gemma leaves the classroom. There, she accidentally meets one of the students' parents. The parent asks about Gemma's progress in finding housing because house prices will continue to rise. After finishing the conversation, Gemma meets her boyfriend named Tom in the school backyard because Tom works as a gardener. On that day, they both plan to look for housing to live in after they get married. Upon arriving at Yonder, the housing agency, they meet Martin, one of the agents on duty there. While Gemma and Tom are looking at house designs, Martin approaches to assure them that the housing is very safe and comfortable in every aspect. When Gemma asks about the location of Yonder housing, Martin immediately invites them to survey directly. After a fairly long journey, they finally arrive at Yonder housing, specifically at house number 9. Apparently, Yonder housing has exactly the same design and color between one house and another. In short, Martin asks them to enter to see the inside of house number 9. Gemma and Tom look around the house and Martin explains everything there. Initially, everything seems normal until something strange happens. While Gemma and Tom are looking around and want to ask Martin something, suddenly Martin is no longer there. He leaves Gemma and Tom in the housing area. Without thinking twice, Gemma and Tom immediately leave the housing. After a while of driving, they both feel something is strange. They seem trapped in a labyrinth. No matter how far they go, they always end up back at house number 9. Gemma starts to panic and feels something is wrong. Moreover, when their phones have no signal at all. From noon until night, they just go around in the labyrinth-like housing until finally they run out of gas and stop exactly at house number 9. Gemma screams, hoping someone will come to help, but unfortunately there is no one else there besides the two of them. After that, Gemma invites Tom to enter house number 9. Inside, they eat and drink the welcome treats previously offered by Martin. The next morning, Tom climbs onto the roof to look around the housing area while looking for a way out. Then, Tom invites Gemma to follow the direction of the sun, so they can both get out of this housing complex. They face obstacle after obstacle by walking until nightfall. They start to get exhausted until they find a house with its lights on. Initially, Gemma and Tom feel happy and hope for help to come from there. But they are shocked when they enter the house. Inside the house, there are remnants of their previous meals, meaning their long journey was in vain because they ended up back at house number 9. Not only that, suddenly there is a fairly large box in front of house number 9 containing daily necessities. On the other hand, Tom deliberately sets house number 9 on fire so that help will come when they see the thick smoke produced from the house. Then they both sit down while watching house number 9 burn until they fall asleep in front of the house. In the morning, when they wake up, Gemma and Tom see a mysterious box in front of house number 9, not knowing where it came from. How shocked they were when the box was opened, revealing a baby boy along with a message for Gemma and Tom to take care of him. Not only that, they are also confused when they see house number 9 restored as if nothing had happened. Feeling that many things are not right, Gemma and Tom write the word help on the roof of house number 9, hoping for help to come to them. Some time passes, and the baby boy they found earlier has now grown up. The baby grows faster than normal humans. Gemma and Tom are forced to take care of and comply with all the boy's wishes because if not, he will scream. As usual after breakfast, Tom always throws away the leftovers and goes to the front of the house to place the box that always comes, hoping he can see who places the mysterious box. While waiting, Tom lights a cigarette. But when Tom throws away the cigarette butt, it falls onto the grass in his yard. Strangely, the grass around there suddenly disappears. Seeing this, Tom immediately takes a shovel to dig the ground in the yard of house number 9. Tom and Gemma start digging the oddly textured ground, but without them realizing it, the box they had been watching disappears just like that. The next morning, they carry on with their usual activities. However, after breakfast, Tom continues digging the ground in his yard because Tom believes he can solve the mystery of this strange housing complex. At night, the mysterious boy watches strange shows like moving black abstractions. Meanwhile, Gemma and Tom play music from their car and dance to relieve stress. Seeing this, the mysterious boy approaches and joins them. Not long after, the mysterious boy accidentally bumps into Tom, causing him to fall and hit the sidewalk. Out of anger, Tom retaliates by throwing the boy, causing the mysterious boy to fall as well. Seeing this, Gemma panics and immediately makes sure the boy is okay. The next morning, the mysterious boy wakes Gemma and Tom up by screaming again. Seeing Tom's lack of enthusiasm, Gemma tries to cheer him up. Unfortunately, Tom is already very fed up with the situation, so he doesn't respond to Gemma's jokes and continues his activity of digging the ground. One day, Tom hears a strange noise from the ground. He intends to tell Gemma, but changes his mind when he hears Gemma busy with the mysterious boy. That night, while they are resting, Tom wakes up because of a strange noise, which turns out to be coming from the TV show the mysterious boy is watching. Seeing this, Tom and Gemma get angry and turn off the TV, but the boy turns it back on. Exhausted, Tom and Gemma leave the boy alone. Day by day, Tom gets more and more fed up with the mysterious boy's screams, until one day, Tom snaps, throwing the cereal bowl the boy is eating from and locking him in the car. Gemma, seeing this, tries to help, but Tom won't allow it and takes the car keys with him. Tom is curious about what will happen to them if the boy is locked up and left to starve. After a while, Gemma feels sorry and manages to take the car keys from Tom and lets the mysterious boy out of the car. Day by day, Tom becomes more obsessed, even almost going mad, digging the ground in front of house number 9. The next day, Tom gets angry and acts strange towards Gemma because she has started to act like the mysterious boy's mother. Not only that, Gemma and the mysterious boy have a picnic while looking at the strangely shaped clouds, all of which look like paintings. One day, Gemma looks for the mysterious boy who suddenly disappears. She asks Tom about the boy's whereabouts, but Tom doesn't know. Then Gemma searches the strange housing complex for the mysterious boy, but once again she ends up back at house number 9. To her surprise, the mysterious boy is already standing there holding a book. That night, Gemma opens the book brought by the mysterious boy. The book contains many strange pictures and writings. Meanwhile, Tom becomes increasingly stressed and ill because he spends all day digging, even sleeping in the hole. Gemma, curious about what the mysterious boy was doing earlier, starts questioning who he just met and asks him to imitate the person. Initially, the mysterious boy doesn't want to reveal anything, but eventually, Gemma manages to make him imitate who he just met by playing a game. When the boy imitates the mysterious person who gave him the book, he becomes terrifying. His voice changes, and 2 strange lumps appear on his neck. Seeing this, Gemma hysterically panics, and from that moment, she becomes even more convinced that the boy is not a normal human like her. The scene shifts to the roof of the house where the writing has changed from help to something else. In short, the mysterious boy has now turned into an adult man. On the other hand, Tom's condition is getting worse day by day. At the same time, Gemma regrets not following Tom's advice to kill the mysterious boy who has now become an adult man. The next day, the mysterious man invites Gemma to play a game by having her follow him. However, when Gemma tries to follow the man, she ends up wandering in a labyrinth with no clear direction. Meanwhile, Tom is still busy with his digging activity. At one point, he is shocked to find a corpse wrapped in plastic in the ground he is digging. As the day gets darker, Gemma tries calling out for Tom, and Tom responds. They shout back and forth until they finally meet again in front of house number 9, with Tom in a very concerning condition. Seeing this, Gemma intends to bring Tom inside to take care of him properly. Unfortunately, the mysterious man refuses to open the door until the next morning. Tom's condition worsens, and Gemma tries to ask the mysterious man for help, but he completely ignores her and leaves them both behind. Finally, when night falls, Tom has passed away. This makes Gemma very sad, and she lies down on Tom's lifeless body. After a while, the mysterious man arrives with a box containing plastic to wrap Tom's corpse and dispose of it in the hole Tom had been digging all this time. Seeing this, Gemma can only cry in resignation. The next day, Gemma watches the movements of the mysterious man until she finally steps out of the car with Tom's tool to attack the mysterious man. The mysterious man then escapes in a strange manner, crawling and entering a lifted manhole cover. Gemma tries to chase him but ends up in another dimension. There, she is shown the same scenes as hers, but happening to other people before her. Eventually, Gemma seems to sink into the floor and pass through various dimensions until she returns to house number 9, experiencing the same situations again. Her condition worsens until she breathes her last breath. Seeing this, the mysterious man immediately wraps her in plastic and places her in the same hole as Tom. He then fills the hole and smooths the ground in front of house number 9. Suddenly, the grass there returns to normal, as if nothing had ever happened. After everything is done, the mysterious man leaves the yonder housing complex and heads to the real estate office. Upon arrival, he meets Martin, who initially brought Gemma and Tom to the strange housing complex. Martin now looks old and powerless. As a result, the mysterious man wraps Martin in plastic and places him in a cupboard. The mysterious man then continues Martin's task of finding the next victims, and the film ends. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, because by subscribing you have supported me to make better videos. See you in the next video.